Well, let's get started. Uh,
No, it's not a
m-
photo.
Markets are kind of interesting today. Bitcoin on the rebound today, but S&P bled out today. But not too bad of a close. Not too bad of a close. But oh yeah, blast man, that's coming in black and white. It's got to be a filter or
I
something.
have no light. I have no light. That's why I'm outside waiting for my daughter to go out like around 8. So that's why there's no light on me.
Gotcha. Are you on the new cam?
No, no, I'm in the laptop right now.
He's in his car.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got you. All right, guys, let's rock. So, yeah, we got Trump talking here in what, an hour, right? In an hour, yeah. Trump is going on in an hour to talk to Congress. In regards to a few things, the tariffs that we now again know about, the 25% on Canada and Mexico. And then I would love for him to talk about the crypto reserves. But the tariff scare brought us back down to under under lows from election, and we're trading at the 200 daily moving average on SPY, which we haven't in. Let me check the chart, which we haven't since 2023, which is pretty interesting. November 2023 was the last time we were trading on the 200 daily moving average on the S&P 500. What's your guys' take on the tariffs? Blast, I know you had a few interesting comments
Yeah. Yeah. I
in
think.
regards to the interest rates and the
Yeah.
game that Trump is kind of playing.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. I think, I mean, there's a lot of talk out there that he wants that pressure into Jay Powell to say, hey, lower those. I mean, just think about it. He's a man that lives by credit. He's that one of those guys that we know, like he's one of the richest guy out there, but he's always bankrupt here and there. He's one of those guys that people say why he doesn't pay taxes, because he knows the freaking system. He lives by credit, and you guys know how that works. Like those big guys, they will say like, I'm a millionaire, but I need credit. That's all I need. So to get credit, you need to have good interest rates. If you have high interest rates, you're like, I'm not asking for money right at this time. I have to wait for lower it.
Right.
If just think about it, if I can get into a higher position, that I have a really influence in the markets to say, lower it down so I can be rich, so I can for credit, so I can pay the debt, so I can help the country. That's what he's doing. And everybody's been talking about it, either left or right. They're saying he wants the pressure on Powell to lower the interest rates. Now, Powell is saying, hey, the formula is saying that we're okay. We're okay. We're just making things up right now, but the freaking economy is okay. We need those guys out there to stop savings. Okay, we need to stop saving. We need to stop being like afraid of of get that consumer confidence back in. But he's like, no, I'm gonna raise the tariffs everywhere. So everybody's like, I'm gonna pay this much for eggs, I'm gonna pay this much for oil. It's gonna be all huge, and it's gonna create inflation. He can fix the freaking inflation by lowering the tariffs in one freaking call after all this is said and done. When that's done, Powell won't be able to say, oh wait, so let's put the interest rate high. Like, no, keep lowering it down. He's a great chess guy. You know, He has the power to do the plays right now. So I think what's happening right now with, and we've talked about this before, Canada, Mexico. It has nothing to do with Mexicans and Canadians. It just happens to be that those are the two countries that we get everything from for here, and we get it
Yeah.
from the outside. We get it from the Chinese, right? And there's a lot of U.S. companies that said made in the USA. It's like, dude, made in the USA, you get everything from China. You have to say assembled in USA, which is a completely different thing. So stop saying made in the USA, because it's not, right? So that's the thing that we have the problem here in the US. Like all the people saying like, oh yeah, make America great again in the caps. Go get a cap, and what it says over there, it says made in China. It's like, well, it doesn't add up. What's going on? That's the thing. That's the beautiful thing on it. So it's a game that's a, hey, you guys can Canada. It's not about. I don't think it's about the drug cartels. I don't think it's about the bad things that were coming from Mexico,
Yeah.
or the good things that are coming from Canada. I think
Can
it's
I
more
can
like,
I can I ask you
yeah,
a question because for the people that don't know, Blast comes from a fundamental analysis
yeah.
background. Um, I'm I'm curious your take. Do you think that these tariffs will help out the economy in the long run? Like it may hurt us now, but, 2, 3, 4 years from now, or in the long run, do you think it would help? Kind of, yeah, maybe prices go up, but then, more jobs equals higher wages. The economy gets stimulated here more. Because I mean, throughout history, haven't other countries tariffed us at just higher rates? I'm just curious your thoughts from a
But
fundamental background.
it does help to create new routes. And like for example, when we had the COVID, and I saw that shift on consumers that said, you know what, we're in a global recession except US, because I was back then I was in Colombia working for Goldman, remember? And everybody's like, oh, your beer is going to be this high, it's going to be this price, because we're in a recession. We're not getting the beer from this. Back in Colombia, when I was living in Cartagena, I said we don't get it from Medellin. We need to go and get it from Bogota. It's like, that's not true. But that's the new routes that people say, hey, it is what it is, and I have to pay what I have to pay. Now that's what's going to happen in the US. It's going to hurt the consumer, but the consumer always finds a way to get it the best, get it the right price. So it creates, I think that the creativity from the American people is the best out there. So it's like, hey, I'll make it happen. Don't worry, I'll make it happen, and I will see what it is. And I think I explained this to you when I told you that it has nothing to do with Canada, but people, and when I say people, are U.S. companies are benefiting from what Canadian law lets them to do it. So
Right,
Americans are so smart that they go like, well, why would I want to get solar panels from China since I get it for half a price coming through Canada? It's
right.
so easy. So
We
they
were
will find a way.
we were talking about this on live, on the last one, and I think that's probably, one of the most overlooked things that people don't really dig into is people think, "Okay, it's gonna hurt, Canadians, or it's gonna hurt,
The
but it's
consumers.
really that these these companies have found routes just like you said. If I'm buying directly from, let's say, Japan, it would cost more to bring it directly to US versus if I'm buying from Japan, but I have another company in Canada that's actually taking that order, and then I use that Shell or LLC in
Exactly.
Canada to then ship my product to my company in the US.
Yeah. And that
I think
happens. And there's a lot of electronics coming through Canada, and all the freaking industry of cars comes from Mexico. So it is. So you will say, would I pay more for a car? Probably, but companies will not get hurt by paying that much, because companies are saying, hey,
yeah,
I sell a car for 30K and I can freaking sell because these guys are selling it for 15K. It's the same freaking car. How do they do it? Well, there you go.
yeah.
Tariffs from every other way.
All the, all the German cars started doing this like probably 10, 15 years back almost. Cause I remember, so my first car was a Volkswagen Jetta, and then I got a Volkswagen GTI, and then and then my brother had 4 Volkswagens. He had an Audi, but then over time we started to see parts from Germany assembled in Germany, and then it would slowly start to switch over parts from Germany assembled in Mexico.
It's great. It's crazy. I think the what's gonna happen is that the consumers are gonna find new routes. And so going back into what we're trying to do is to see why the market is slowing down, why the market is stopping up. I think one of my friends sent me a message and said, "Hey, what do you think about all these tariffs and all the market? Now that I know you're into stocks and everything," I said, "If you freaking zoom out, this is a great opportunity to add in. Let's put it that way." The thing is that with all these troubles, we go like, no, 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 let's stay out. Let's stay out and wait until the waters get a little calm, and then we'll see what happens. But if you zoom out and we use that 144 EMA, tell me how many opportunities you've had since November at
It's
that
so
point.
funny that you bring that up, because literally on my chart, actually, you know what? I can
Yeah,
pop it up on the screen, Jay. Um, I literally had this chart pulled up
there you go.
on Spy, and if we're just looking at the 144 zoomed out, that's that light blue line for us. Um, today, I'm sorry, yesterday, right, on the 144, and then since then, the last time was August 2024, and before August 2024, it was November 2023.
Yeah.
Three
So
opportunities in 2 years.
if you think about it, it is an opportunity. And remember that opportunistic traders, they don't listen to news and they don't listen to anything. They just go like,
Yep.
is there an opportunity? Let's put money to work. I'll see you next one. That's all it is. I'll see you next one. And then we'll think about it to see how we can how we can help, right? And maybe how we can add up more in the next opportunity. So to me, it is a great opportunity, but
Hmm.
we have to check how these waters are going to get calm. We're traders. So we like to, in my case, for example, in my case, I want to trade above the 50% of the pullback of the correction. So if I measure the top of that chart that you have there, and then the
Hmm.
pullback to the 144, I want to be long in the middle.
Yeah.
When it comes through the middle, I'll be long. I haven't done a trade in the last 5 days, man. Like it's so hard.
Yeah. I hear you.
And this is another like thing to touch up on again, guys. If
Jay,
you're
I'm
in,
gonna close out the screen if you want to switch. Sorry.
okay, if you guys are new to Stock and Locked and you're in Stock and Locked right now and you joined relatively recently, right? You got to understand, like when we go through market conditions like this, the last thing you want to do and the last thing we want to do is force a trade, right? When markets are so unpredictable and for the most part kind of bearish right now because of sudden onslaught of news, it's not good for anybody. It's a surefire way of of just losing. Sure, you might be able to find some diamonds in the rough from time to time, in which we do, but for consistency and for overall trying to maintain a positive hit rate and win rate, we cannot force trades in these type of environments. So, while we are quote unquote sitting on our hands, right, waiting for a positive trend to start, right? Maybe it's a good time to touch, to touch base and to go through kind of a refresher uh of our courses, or maybe use this free time to ask any of us any questions that you may have, or
To
what are
pick
we
up a
looking at
book.
exactly.
Yeah.
you
Book
know
those one-on-one calls with Pierce if you haven't. So many of you guys haven't booked their free one-on-one calls. It's crazy.
and sharpen your skills, because I mean, we literally, I mean, we see it time and time again, Arthur and Blast, right? When the market is, and listen, we're thankful for everybody that hops on the train, right? That comes and joins us, right? But we see it from time and time again when the market is ripping, when we're in a bullish euphoric stage. That's when everybody wants to get into the market. Okay, that's called retail. All right. The only way you're gonna have a significant advantage is if you're here 365 days a year for years, and go and putting yourself through cycles and preparing yourself in the bearish markets for the bullish market when you should be selling in the bullish market. All right. You're not supposed to be j- top blasting all the
Gee.
time, but yeah. Anyways,
Well, to touch up on your point, right? You were saying in these market conditions, I don't know if you guys follow the big liquidations, but I do. Uh, when when the market runs out of liquidity, what do the market makers need to do? They need to make liquidity. How's that done? It's by destroying both sides. It's by funding rates, by destroying both sides, seeing where it's seeing where it's cheap to borrow on credit, like Blast said, right? If you're doing leverage trading, you're borrowing, and there is the funding fees, and the market makers see where people bet on the both sides, and that stuff is public info. You guys can see that too. Just go to CoinGlass and go to the liquidation heat map. It's right there, free info, coinglass.com. But we've had several days where over $1 billion gets liquidated in the crypto market. In the stock market, that's not that much, but in the crypto market, it's a lot. And we've had $4 or $5 billion just evaporated from futures traders. And when I say liquidated, that means accounts that have turned to zero. So hundreds and hundreds of accounts, over $4 or $5 billion in just the last 3 4 days, and they keep doing that. And just like Fody said, yeah, we can find some diamonds in the rough, which we have. Pi strong chart today. Um, White Rock strong chart today. Quite the crazy chart and a volatile chart. I got out of the chart before I got on the plane, and then no, I'm sorry, I got out of the chart the day before we went to the airport, and then when we were on the way to the airport, thing just rocketed, just crazy entries. But speaking of White Rock,
No.
Blast,
Hey, one thing.
I saw
One
you
thing.
post some info about it. Fody, do you know the juice behind this coin yet?
well, Noah mentioned it right super early, and then all I know about it is that like it's similar to Ondo, and that World Liberty Financial was like stocking up on it. I
It's
think
one of their
Noah was,
biggest positions now.
yeah, I think.
Hey, I,
$12
I
million.
heard something. Art. I think I
Hold on one
heard.
second, Blast. One sec, Blast. Let me finish real quick.
What do you got?
So I mean, yeah, as far as what I know about it, similar to Ondo, it's World Liberty Financial was holding it, but now also I guess like uh it's doing something with US stocks too as well, Arthur. Can you
Blast knows on that. He's the
okay,
one that
yeah, touch
shared the info with me on it. Based out of Ireland. And Ireland is big into fintech, by the way.
Mm.
I learned that last year. But
Blast,
yeah,
what
Blast. g-
yeah, what are they doing with stocks exactly? White Rock?
You're on mute, Blast.
It does say that I'm not mute. Can you hear me?
Y- it's coming in and out.
There.
It's freezing up. I I can
I'll
go over it
I'll I'll
because yeah, we can't hear you, Blast. Uh, I can I I can go over it though. So White Rock was it's founded out of Ireland in Belfast in 2012. So they've always been around in terms of financial stuff, but they just created this coin which is called White Rock,
Can you
which
hear me
is
now? You hear
yes,
me? Yep.
yes,
Yeah, so that's basically what they're doing. They're pegging every stock company to a coin. So that's what I read on online when you said World Financial. I'm like, that sounds like a company, Y Rock, and I went and looked for it, and that's what I found on the about tab. I'm like, oh, interesting what they're doing. That's all I know about them. But what was it? It could be something really really nice because you can get all that liquidity from the crypto market, from the blockchain.
yeah. It said they were investing in here. I actually got it pulled it up. So uh basically you earn 5% on your USDT, but it's really similar to, if you have one of those high yield savings, you're getting 5%, but that's if you're staking the USDT on their platform, and then you get USDX, which stands for United States Dollar Savings Account, and then and then your balance is added automatically. And Webull is actually doing something kind of like this too. If you have their cash there, you can earn up to 5%. It's like 4.8 to 5 right now. But what they're doing different though was that stock pegging. Do you remember how many stocks they were gonna do that to? Is it like over 500 stocks or something?
Yeah, it says on the website it's almost 500. Yeah.
I wonder if I wonder if we start seeing Ondo trying to adopt the same tech as them too as well. Uh, but does anybody know if White Rock is going to have like some sort of like burning mechanism in the future? Because the supply is at 1 trillion.
That's a lot.
I don't know. It's still new. It's I gotta do some more search on it.
Supply is 1 trillion with 650 billion circulating right now. So they're probably going to do unlocks of the supply in the
Mm.
future. But I don't know. Let's see. I mean, who knows? I mean, money could be flowing into this thing if it's World Liberty Financial's number one holding.
I'm gonna drop a link for you guys right now in the chat of basically what they're trying to do for the tokenized stocks.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of shorts, dude, did you see that guy that uh a hyperliquid, he did it on hyperliquid, but a hyperliquid insider shorted ETH on 50x leverage and printed $81 million. I think his position that he opened up was I think 10 million or something like that.
Any chance that was the same one that longed 50x just recently? Was that the same wallet by chance?
Do you know the wall? Because I have the wall right here.
No. So right before, no, the day before Trump posted about the strategic reserve buys. some like a non-trader opened a 50x long on ETH and a 50x long on Bitcoin. And now like the trolls on X are saying that it was Eric Trump that freaking longed it. But it was like a crazy large amount, and it was on 50x, and it would be nuts if it was that same trader that 50x'd it down. Then that is definitely some insider right there.
Yeah, who did they do it on Hyperliquid too?
You know what? I'm pretty sure they did. Let me tell you right now.
Hey, something that I found it very interesting was that they were saying that all that correction from Bitcoin, from 100K, came from people new to the market. Remember
Yep.
that?
Yeah.
Right? And then the statistic says that. But
Yep.
then I saw the information about Sailor not selling anything. Remember that they were saying like, oh, he didn't sell anything. And he's one of the newcomers, right? Because he did bought at 100K. That's what I heard. So I wonder if they're can you on the blockchain you'll be able to track his wallet, right? Or
Whose
Yeah.
wallet?
right?
There's a link that I'll also post, but if you go to sailortracker.com,
Okay.
you can see all of their buys and sells,
Oh yeah.
and their P&L on their latest buys. But yeah, dude, they were
That's awesome.
buying. Their last purchase was February 24th at 97K, and then they have a purchase for 105K in January, and another one for 101K,
And he didn't
95K,
he hasn't done
97,
any
106.
sales on
Huh?
2025. No sales.
No sales.
Wow. That guy is nuts.
No, dude. There's only one coin, and that one coin is Bitcoin. um. So yeah, guys. Yeah. So Jay, look, one trader made millions betting 200 million on Bitcoin and ETH just before Trump's crypto reserve news.
Like he
And
put 200 million up?
yeah, and yes, it was on Hyperliquid.
Hmm.
Wow.
Dude, it's got to be the same, dude. Who does 50x's the day before from the bottom and then shorts it 50x from the top?
Yeah. It needs to be investigated.
That's
That's not right.
But if we look, all it did was go to the 34 EMA and reject.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was just coincidence, but yeah, man. I found it.
They got
Now
the same
question
algos.
question to Fody.
Yes, sir.
Cardano,
Mm-hmm.
is it useful for sending transactions overseas? Not
Let's get
overseas,
into
but
this.
like for reserves. Because I think XRP is great for that, but I never heard Cardano to be one of the same ones. And when I saw it on the
So
list, I was surprised.
so let me break this up into three parts, right? How I believe, you know, there's certain cryptos for certain things, right? For example, Bitcoin, it shouldn't be used for anything, right? It's just simply like a standard, right? It's a store of value. It's it's like it's gold. The supply is too finite. The network, but the functionality of it, like the network, the chain itself, is too slow for everyday commerce or whatever you want to call it, right? And then you have like other tokens that do other things better. For example, Ethereum, Ethereum is a good network to build on, top of different dApps, different things, this, that, yada, yada, yada. Again, too slow. The mainnet's too slow for everyday commerce. And then you have chains like Solana, XRP. Um, it's weird for me to say Cardano, and I'm not sure why this was put in the reserve, but there's other different networks and tokens that perform infinitely better than Cardano. I think um the whole thing for listen, at the end of the day, if I wanted to send you crypto and you lived in Africa or wherever, anywhere in the world, anybody could do that with any with any token, right? It's the technology underlying it, right? That's being sought after, not the actual physical token itself. I guess I guess Ripple makes that process much more seamless with international payments. Um, Guys, when you hear that XRP is going to be used for international payments, they're talking about Ripple's infrastructure. They're not talking about the actual token, by the way. Like that's like one bank sending money over to another bank from this country to that country with underlying technology to make it faster than what there already is to process it better. That's what they're talking about. As far as Cardano to me is a network that's that I see as uh, a I don't want to say Ethereum competitor because I don't think it is. It's not in that realm, but like that's what you do on Cardano. Like you could build on top of Cardano. You could do all these different things on Cardano. Um,
They
being
do
on,
say, sorry.
go ahead.
No, say they do say Cardano is slower, but it's the more secure one because of the way that it goes through review.
The way that it what?
The way that it goes through review,
Mhm.
like peer-to-peer transaction.
So that's another you're kind of taking the words right out of my mouth. What I was going to bring up too is if you look at XRP and Ripple, they're really not that decentralized. But Cardano is. Cardano to me is a lot more decentralized than XRP and Ripple. Um, However, being on crypto Twitter, and when I say crypto Twitter, it's people talking about all things crypto on X, right? I barely see Cardano mentioned, and I kind of felt like it was an afterthought on a lot of people's minds, like the chain was. Like there would be little rumblings about it here and there, but other than that, it hasn't really been in the limelight this cycle at all, too. And I think you guys can attest to that, right? It's either been Tron, Solana, definitely Solana, XRP, Ethereum FUD, but like you never like really heard anything about ADA. Um, but yeah,
When I saw ADA, I thought the Twitter was compromised, and I said this is not a real tweet. And I went and looked at Twitter, and it wasn't. It wasn't an X, so I had to go to Truth Social, and I said, "Oh shoot, this is real." So for the first, when I saw ADA, I said, "That's not right," but okay,
yeah,
maybe it
very,
is.
very,
Very
very confusing.
shady. Very
They are
shady.
catching heat from the crypto world and even from the Winklevosses, just like you were saying, Blast. They were saying that Bitcoin should only be the coin for reserves. Um, and I kind of agree with that when it comes to reserves. Sure,
Yeah,
if they want to get ADA for World Liberty Financial, which is kind of their own fund, sure, cool, by all means. But if we're talking reserves, I really don't think we should. Um, but little fun fact: Cardano was the first proof of stake consensus algorithm. Little fun fact.
that's why. But yeah, with the Winklevoss, now you mentioned those guys with Gemini. Those guys are like typical politicians. Like when you said, let's say, um, Trump is saying, and you try to get like, oh, Trump said this, and then the guy will say, yeah, but Biden said this. I was like, hey, wait, let's talk about Trump, or let's talk about this guy. Why you respond to me talking about the other guy? You know what I mean? So those guys are like that. You talk to them about XRP, is like, no, Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the rule. Bitcoin is the only coin. But I don't have anything against XRP. It's like, well, let's talk about XRP. Why you keep talking about Bitcoin? Let's talk about us. But yeah, they don't like anything else but Bitcoin.
The wave of the Bitcoin maxi.
Hmm.
And you know what? The Gemini was kind of a flop, by the way.
Is it? Yeah, I never
Yeah.
used that.
Yeah,
Is it?
dude.
Are they still open? Yeah, they are.
Didn't they have like
They flopped for a minute.
I mean, yeah, they seemed. I mean, they still seem irrelevant, but yeah, didn't they have an SEC case against them? But that got dropped, obviously.
Yeah, almost. At this point, almost all of them have had some kind of SEC threat for crypto as a security, but all that continues to keep dropping.
Yeah, yeah, like Kraken had one that got dropped. Yuga Labs had one that got dropped. Yuga Labs for for
Yeah,
ape
yeah.
token.
Basically, anything that kind of grew big got it.
Dude, a update on the Bybit hackers though. They've laundered up to $1 billion so far through Thor chain. The hell is Thor chain?
You don't know, dude. You know Thor, bro.
What's Thor chain?
Bro, you know Thorchain, man. It's been around for a bit.
Is it
A lot of
a
the
layer two? What is it?
a lot of the a lot of the meme rug people do it over there. It's a Dex, bro. But we used to buy, dude. It's been around for a long time. We used to mess with Thor a long time ago.
Really?
Yes, a long
It's a
time ago, dude. Wait, bro. Don't you remember Rune Token? Right, that's their coin, Rune.
Oh, it is?
We used to mess with this. Yes.
Dang. I wonder how they laundered it. They just but is it an Ethereum layer 2?
I don't know if it's on it. Well, I mean, wait, it must be.
Do you have to
Oh, I
send
don't
these
know because
over?
they, you know what? That's a good question. I feel like Ryan would know this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
but anyway, with the
okay. Now
charts,
I remember Thorchain. All right. Yeah,
now he remembered.
Thorchain. Dude, Thorchain. I remember this. Dude, they are still pretty relevant too. Um, damn. Wow.
But
That's
they had
crazy.
$4.6 billion in surge trading activity after that Bybit hike. 4.6.
Yeesh.
Imagine all the trading going on to clean that.
Jesus.
Because, dude, on average, it was doing. I read like 850 million, and then it just ripped to like like
Mm.
4x after the hack.
Wow.
Jeez, that's a lot. But anyway,
Wow.
for the markets, man, for the charts, try not to catch those bottoms. Like I want to be the guy that catch the bottom. If you want to flip those charts and you feel comfortable trading to the upside, flip him, and you'll see that actually works. And remember that right now all the charts are full of emotions, and those emotions get they get against you when you're trying to break out. Those breakout and come back down. It's like, oh, I thought it was gonna break out. That's emotion. Like, oh, nice, it looked nice, taking my profits right away. So careful with that. Try not to catch that. And I'm gonna leave that because I have to go. But I'm gonna follow up with you guys. I'm just turning off my camera. But one thing I want to leave is, and I think you've heard this before, Art. Um, the buying the dip only work until it does. And
Yep.
I remember one time I said that, and one guy was like, "Dude, that's deep," but it actually is. The buying the dip only works until it does. When it does, you're like, it freaking worked. So be on the lookout for opportunities. Day trading will come. The season will show up. That cannabis season, that coin season shows up. And when you're able to make a few trades on the year to make it 20% on your account, you're winning.
Just takes one quarter to make the year.
There you go.
We see
Yeah.
that. We saw that in Q3. We saw that in Q4.
All right, man. Take it easy, Blast.
Thanks, Blast. Yo, by the way, Texas got hit with a tornado, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you should see what happened in Blast's backyard, bro. That thank God it didn't like break his house, but a huge tree just wrecked his whole yard.
Damn. Do tornadoes happen there a lot?
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I would imagine so, since it's in that area, like the northern part of Texas. But, um, I mean, yeah. But anyways, guys, the rumors are getting louder, man. Of no
What
capital
rumors,
gains
dog?
of a no capital gains tax on crypto, and supposedly, allegedly, I don't know if it's for sure, but obviously they're announcing something Friday, and I wonder if they're going to announce that too.
Well, like I said, Trump is about to talk in 13 minutes, dude.
What if he announces it right now in 13 minutes? How crazy would that be? How
That
nuts would that be?
it would be cool. It would
What
be
would he get?
cool. I don't
That
I
would.
don't think that's what he's gonna go over today. That's just my opinion. But yeah, that would be cool. I
Okay.
want to know what's gonna happen with these tariffs. I want to know
I mean,
what's
I agree with you, Arthur. What you said too. Like, I mean, it's getting a lot of people scared right now, right? Because
Mhm.
they don't know exactly what's going to happen. But I feel like it's something that we need to let play out to truly see it on the other side. Um,
Oh,
but yeah,
how are we also we just almost missed in 3 days first ever crypto summit from the White House. Hello. Almost forgot about that. Just almost
whoa,
forgot. Whoa.
whoa,
Forgot
whoa.
about major event here. Whoa.
Well, isn't that Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
Another sell the news event, or have we already had the sell the news and this is just gonna rip faces off like crazy? Who knows? Wait and see.
Dude, I think I don't know. I think we need to stick to our guts. I think it's gonna be a sell the news.
I'm gonna instead of sticking to my guts, I'm gonna stick to what the chart's showing me. The chart's rejecting right now.
Reject, reject,
So,
reject. So crazy too. Solana just unlocked a huge amount of Solana, and it's still pumped like that too.
uh,
Even with the news.
yeah, but then it just dumped right back to 130. Dude, I'm so glad I did what I said I did on that soul pump. That was dope.
Yeah.
Um,
143 now. We're
guys,
going up a little bit.
guys. So we just opened up a new channel. It's called GM Coins. You guys like the name? Catchy. So it's basically what we do for pre-market coffee for you guys. Post stock and options. Um, this is more for someone that knows when to exit trades, knows where to take their profits, and can follow the rules. Because we're not going to be guiding you with PT hit, with exit, that stuff. But basically, if you guys saw what Blast was posting in the chat, for example, this morning, he gave out the coins that were kind of active in the morning. I know TRX was one of them, and then I know the other one was Ordy, a big old short on that. I saw you guys crush it in the wins channel with that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, TRX and Ordy today. TRX long. And did you guys see TRX pump like 5-6% today? It was beast. And then Ordy short crushed. So we posted like 3 or 4 samples of those. Got some good feedback on those. And yeah, we made GM coins. So it's going to be over there. It's going to give you a plan both up and down, but it's going to be on you to be able to execute those trades. And then Fody opened up a low caps channel. And then Fody, if you want to tell them real quick what the low caps is, how is that different from the meme trades?
Yeah. So guys, I like Arthur say, I made it's called low caps, which is like pretty much low cap altcoins, right? Because what I was starting to see in the trenches was, and this is what's still happening. Okay. Yeah, you'll have like memes that are coming out, and then you'll actually have solid tech like emerging, especially with like AI. They tend to use whatever either pump fund, whatever, to still launch their tokens. So I felt like it was super important to distinguish those two, right? Um, that, but and also another like criteria for low cap could be something that's like sub 100 build to me, right? Or something still that is an all well, good tech that you guys aren't talking about on the crypto floor that I think has potential to do wonders, right? Um, a prime example would probably be uh, you know, AI16Z when that shot to a 1.5 billion, right? You guys are still trading tokens on the crypto floor that still have relatively low market caps, like in the 4 to 500 still. And some of these are graduating way past that.
I
For
think
another example,
I think White Rock is kind of a good example. Like now, yeah, it's 830 million, but just 2 days ago it was 400, and then
yeah,
100.
yeah, stuff like that. So kind of look at it as like like emerging, like promising altcoins, possibly. You know,
That's a
hyperliquid.
great way to put it.
Yeah. And then meme coins are just going to be, memes, right? Like your traditional memes, your mogs, your flogs, your MLG, stuff that isn't technical at all, like the animal coins, stuff like that. That's and meme coins will stay there. But yeah,
Yeah, man, that's a great way to put it. Just promising future altcoins, right? Like White Rock is obviously not a meme coin, right? But
yeah,
was still a brand new coin just a few days ago. So a great
yeah.
sample, and then all those promising AI coins that Jay always talks about. Um, and then I said it already, but guys, if you have not booked your one-on-one with peers to get this to just get your things going, get situated, to know how to set PTs. Still, one of the biggest reasons why people fail, it's crazy, is because they don't calculate trade size and they don't know how to take PTs and put in the SLs the right way, which are some of the most basic things that we need to do. And then the third one is people that just get into a trade and wait for the last PT and take no profit on the way up. Those are the most common reasons why people are not profitable. It's kind of wild to see because it's like the easiest fixes. It's not even psychology related. You're just being arrogant at that point.
Mhm.
So yeah, get those sessions in. This is a really good time to brush up on education, learn the simple strats, watch how the market moves, right? For the people that were here, summer and all of winter, you guys saw what summer was like. You guys saw what the winter was like, and you guys are now seeing what January and Feb is like, right? Completely different market. Notate all that, learn from it, know that the market comes in waves. Any day now, I feel like we're going to be hammering away trades like I was in Q3, Q4. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the noises and the stomping and the staying awake for
Oh,
3 hour days.
dude, you know what? That's why I haven't been stimming so hard, is because I haven't been trading so much. So there's no reason to stim, right? Because when I'm trading, I got to be just so psychologically locked in that I just got
Mhm.
to stim to
Dude,
release steam somehow.
to be honest too, like, man, I in Mexico, we didn't really stem at all. Uh, I haven't been really stimming lately. I don't know it's just when it's like a shitty market. Excuse my language. When it's a poopy market, you know what I'm saying? Uh,
Shit and damn is allowed to say and publish to young audience on YouTube. Fun fact.
okay. Well, when it's a shitty market, man, like I just don't feel like freaking out, you know. Um, but yeah. Anyways, guys, um, how was your Mexico trip, Arthur?
Guys, Mexico was awesome. Why was it awesome? Besides Fody getting lit up by mosquitoes, they loved his ass. But besides that, my business partner and best friend went to Mexico for a month. We went scuba diving. We worked out. I did some Muay Thai. We got on a yacht. We worked. Now we're back in Vegas doing the same kind of shit. And this quarter I'm gonna work on about 10 more course videos for Ivy League and hope to drop that the first couple weeks of Q3. And then we're gonna do more cool shit. And
I got beat the hell up, man. I got
you
beat
did.
the hell up, dude. I counted how many butts I got on my body currently right now. 48.
Shut. No, you
I
don't.
swear, dude. F word, Arthur.
Oh, god dang it.
Wow, dude. At the very,
Dude,
I swear,
really?
bro,
After 58 minutes of being on the pod, I said that.
I counted in the shower, man. I counted in the shower. I'm praying to God I don't get dengue fever, man. I'm praying.
I think you'll be all right.
Dude, I hope so. Some girl that I was messaging out there has it right now.
I don't know. You'll be cool, bro. I mean,
And then Blake was scaring me too. He's like, "Yeah, man, that shit's real out here. I got it one time, man.
He's just trying to fear monger you,
dude. I don't know, man. He just fuck. Yeah.
Yo, guys, a quick show of hands. Just post in the chat. Let's say Stock and Lock did a retreat in Vegas in August. A few days of learning, a day of a spa, and then like a nice day club, some nice dinner. Who would be in?
And how much time in advance would you need?
That you were massaging or messing with?
Oh, he's talking about me itching like this.
Oh,
Yeah, bro. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
there you go. We got one. All right, we're just trying to feel the room. All right, guys. Pie
Tough
looks
crowd.
great. White is flagging. Let's hit these trades 1 week notice. Love that. We'll probably give you guys a 2-3 month notice, but cool. Good to know. All right, everyone. Thanks for popping in. We'll see you on the trade floors. I'm gonna go turn on the news to see what the hell Trump is talking about.
Yep. See ya.
Peace out, everybody.